Welcome to Leadership Coaching Intervention. Each person holds so much power within themselves that needs to be let out. Sometimes they just need a little nudge, a little direction, a little support, a little coaching, and the greatest things can happen. Pete Carroll. What is coaching? Since it's football season, what better time than now to analyze Pete Carroll's take on it? Pete Carroll is a very lively 72-year-old American National Football League coach. He's known for running alongside his players on the sidelines when they make huge plays, sometimes just as speedily as the players. He's also known for his passionate responses to both good and bad plays. Does Pete actually play the game? No. He provides strategies and guidance to players based on their strengths, the positions they play. He encourages them when they succeed and pushes them for improvement where they may fall short. This example of sports coaching is a great mirror for organizational development. Coaching in both scenarios can help you to unleash the power that you already have. This means that you are the owner of the change. Coaching in this context is an intervention technique usually performed by organizational development practitioners to assist an organization or individual with solving a problem or challenge. Coaches can be internal or external to the entity. More formally defined, coaching is a one-on-one intervention in which an individual works to improve a specific personal, interpersonal, or skill area or to take actions to reach a desired future goal, working with a facilitator on the process of personal change. It should also have some form of the following elements. 1. Formation and maintenance of a helping relationship between the coach and coachee. 2. A formally defined coaching agreement or contract setting personal development objectives. 3. The fulfillment of this agreement, for example, achievement of the objectives through a development process focusing on interpersonal and intrapersonal issues. 4. Striving for growth of the coachee by providing the tools, skills, and opportunities they need to develop themselves to become more effective. Let's get into the history of coaching and how this all started. Coaching has evolved historically and formalized in the 1930s in response to the Great Depression in the form of motivational texts such as How to Win Friends and Influence People, Think and Grow Rich, and The Power of Positive Thinking. This later evolved to in-person change management settings such as Lewin's T Group, which were lab settings developed by Kurt Lewin and his organizational psychology students, which was a group for workshop leaders. Group members, when confronted more or less with objective data concerning their own behavior and its effects, came to participate non-defensively in thinking about these data. They were able to achieve highly meaningful learnings about themselves, about the responses of others to them, and about group behavior and group development in general. Many coaches currently use testing instruments where subjects answer questions about themselves and their way of interacting with others in their organization in order to develop personalized intervention plans and provide feedback. The purpose of executive coaching is to guide and assist an individual or individuals to improving their skills, taking actions to reach a specific goal, or working on the process of personal change. The individual or group seeking help from the practitioner usually has a problem which they are seeking a solution to. There are different scales of coaching. Some real-life examples of coaching in action are senior management coaching at Vodafone. a multi-billion-dollar tech company focused on increasing collaboration and team building in order to empower teams instead of having a command and control culture. As a result of the intervention, managers at Vodafone began to effectively delegate and trust their teams. Teams became confident in their own decision-making capabilities, and this led to corporate cultural shifts for all levels of the organizations. For the group and team development interventions, examples are in a Canadian cancer care facility, there were attempts to address healthcare worker burnout in a multidisciplinary work environment. Coaches led trust building workshops, which allowed various team members to provide autonomous support for each other. Members participated in several activities, which led to stronger teams and better supported employees. There are examples of coaching on larger cohorts. In a Santa Cruz community, a housing affordability issue arose where community leaders held conferences, received diversity training, and collaborated with different stakeholders on how to combat these issues. Eventually, they were able to solve the housing crisis and other issues that affected the community. So, does coaching work? Of course it does. That's why it's gained so much notoriety over the last 30 years. In a meta-analysis on the effectiveness of workplace coaching conducted by Rebecca Jones and team, it was found that there were positive effects of workplace coaching as an approach to employee learning and development. It was also found that coaching was effective whether using face-to-face or using blending techniques such as e-coaching. Coaching was more effective when conducted by internal coaches and when multi-source feedback was excluded. These conclusions were based on statistical analysis of 17 research studies and the reported results as they relate to coping, work attitudes, performance and skills, and goal-directed self-regulation. Any other proof? Coaching promotes learning, career and interpersonal development, behavioral change, productivity, leadership, and career satisfaction over time. It has positive effects on proximal and distal outcomes for individuals. What are proximal outcomes? Proximal outcomes include positive individual behavioral and attitudinal changes. Distal outcomes mean enhanced well-being that lead to organizational success. Some other positive outcomes include increased interpersonal skills, change management styles, and team effectiveness were the most commonly cited areas of change. Core self-evaluations appear to have been enhanced by coaching processes. Executives who received coaching rated significantly higher in the expectation to act in a balanced way and self-efficacy beliefs to set one's own goals. Just like other interventions, executive coaching has its flaws. There are ethical issues when it comes to coaching related to contracting for the wrong reasons. This can collude the integrity of the engagement between the coach and the coachee through misrepresentation and collusion, value and goal conflict, and ineptness of the coach. Other cons are there are no special degree requirements or certifications needed to become a coach. The coach may not be adept at understanding and navigating political waters and cultural dynamics while helping the client achieve the desired outcome, which could lead to solving for the wrong challenge. If the client is unwilling or forced into coaching, the success of the intervention may not be possible at all. The coach should not provide explicit or direct advice and leaves implementation up to the coachee. So, with all of these cons, should we continue to use this intervention method? A resounding yes. Coaching should continue to be used because the benefits can reverberate throughout organizations if successful. Some recommendations for improvement of executive coaching, which would also improve our understanding of its effectiveness, are increasing case studies of individual change as a result of executive coaching, Document additional research on which specific elements of coaching have positive effects on clients. Create guidelines or mandatory certifications for coaches. Create an ethics review board for consultation contracts. Build in implementation loops to measure client success at the conclusion of the intervention. Overall, coaching continues to gain awareness as a development option and is an increasing area of specialization for human resources and OD professionals as an effective intervention method. As with other organizational development techniques, it will continue to expand and improve to meet needs of society and contemporary challenges that occur as times change and humans evolve. If you're considering a professional career as an executive coach or requiring an intervention, make sure to analyze all pros and cons prior to implementing the method. Thank you.